And yet, he might end up playing an important role whether he likes it or not. Optionally, could just walk off. Could just be like, nah, and walk off. They can't stop me. They seem too nice for that. I already told Dave and Dave this before, but it doesn't matter to me whether they're spirits or not. I like this place. That said, I'd still like to get back to my own world. I have an important tournament to prepare for. Ah, right, your upcoming battle. Let's take this discussion inside, shall we? I'd rather not, but I feel you're going to take me there anyway. Also, who says they're exploiting young girls? Look, see? The girls here, the young girls, they only have big boobs and she has huge boobs. So, whenever they say that there's completely disproportionate boobs in this visual novel, don't know what you're on about. There's a complete... No, I'm lying. It's really disproportionate. We will await your return, Dave. It seemed like the sisters could no longer accompany me, feeling nervous. My steps grew a bit hesitant as I followed the spirit inside. We haven't had a spelling mistake in a while, have we? Well, credit to them for that. It's weird. Normally at the beginning there's no spelling mistakes, and towards the end there's a shit ton of them. Here it's clearly completely different. Here we are, the place of our very first conversation. I guess now would be a good time to introduce myself. Could have done that in the other world. I probably would have just fucked off. My name is Suri, and like your two companions out there, I'm one of the spirits that inhabit this realm. But you're different from them, aren't you? How observant of you! Yes, there is a very difference between myself and most other spirits. Yes, other than them telling you that beforehand, what a clever guess! Spirits abide to a rather simple hierarchy. The stronger the spirit, the higher their standing. Then again, strength is often associated with experience. So what, you're saying you're an ancient being or something? I wouldn't go that far, Takahiro. It's rude to question a girl's age. I hate people who say that. Punch them in. If anyone ever says it's rude to ask for a lady's age, they're either 80, and if they're not, then punch them in the face. But let's move on to the subject of your desire to return to your own world. You're going to send me back? Great. Have you seen the look on her face? I wouldn't say it's top of her priority list at the moment. I'm afraid sending you back is beyond my capabilities. Harsh? Hold on, weren't you the one who sent me here in the first place? I'm afraid that wasn't the case. It was your wish that sent you here. During our first encounter, I did mention that this place was special, didn't I? Now that I thought about it, she did mention something along those lines. I briefly closed my eyes, trying to recall what she said before. This is a place like no other. That could mean anything, though. I mean, that could mean it's the only place in the whole wide world to have an upside-down, I don't know, picture of Mario rimming a donkey. Like, it doesn't mean anything. This place is like no other. Whatever. That's right. Having spent time with the fox spirits, you likely already know that there is magic in this world. I hazarded a guess, yes. However, it's not as though Dave herself possesses said magic. Rather, her body is simply able to connect with it. Oh, this isn't a Jedi thing, is it? Yes, you can be a Jedi. Just connects with the Force. It's not that at all, is it? I don't know, I don't watch Star Wars. That sounds a bit complicated. The bodies of people who are capable of using magic create a special kind of link to the magic of this world. Try to imagine it like this. The magic within this world flow through several gateways. We commonly refer to them as mana gateways. Yes, I say mana. Get over it. Before you egg, no, it's not the correct way of saying it. It's mana. I just say mana because I'm not right, I'm just an idiot. Those who possess the ability to use magic draw on the mana flowing from these gates. A different term for these people is mana receivers. Wow. They haven't put a lot of thought into that name, has it? Not exactly the Illuminati all over again. So you're also drawing on this magic. Ha! No, my boy, I'm not borrowing the magic of this realm. I'm powerful enough to perform magic on my own. However, this shrine is located on a mana gateway, which could explain why the shrine in your world is said to be capable of granting wishes. That doesn't make any sense. Then why can't you use that magic to send me back? Because it's not my magic that brought you here, it's the magic of the shrine, or rather the world itself that pulled you into this realm. Again, I'll note back to that time. No one's ever noticed this shrine before. Not exactly hugely out of the way, is it? Like, we're technologically advanced, as I could see when we were in the modern world. I had a computer, which must mean that other surveillance techniques were still available. Did no one ever stop and think, hey, there's a girl moving around in that like, shrine. And, I don't know, but I wouldn't exactly call it a mirage, but there's definitely something blocking from us seeing it all. Like, no one ever... Whatever. So you're saying that I'm stuck here forever? Not forever, you just simply need to carry out the will of the world. Oh, okay then. Oh, great, you're saying this world has a will of its own now, and how the hell am I going to find out what it wants me to do? That's what you have me for, silly. I'm the guardian of the shrine, so obviously I know of its intentions. In your case, the task you were given was quite a harsh one. Oh, goody gumdrops. Don't tell me I have to collect wedding sashes. And marry my Dave in the process, you wish. Teasing aside, the banter. The region is having its fair share of problems. Spirits and humans have lived apart for a long time. It wasn't always like this. Wait, spirits have a world of their own? But that realm has started to merge with this one, causing some spirits to find themselves trapped here. Unfortunately, this happened before the more powerful spirits had the opportunity to reverse the damage done. Does that mean Dave and Dave they don't belong in this world, although neither of them likely realize this? They were much alike human toddlers when they first arrived in this world. So hang on, neither of them likely realised this. They just arrived here when they were 2. I don't remember a thing I did when I was 2. I thought the earliest memory I had was when I was about 3, but according to chronology, you know that big word, chronology, I think that's the one. It must have been when I was 4. Although then again, you get people who are like, oh, I can remember myself when I was in the womb from a third-person perspective. No, you can't. Fuck off. Okay, so... They definitely don't realise. It's not a case of maybe or maybe not being likely. I slowly started to understand the reason why the fox spirits in the villages were on such bad terms. Anyone would be restless if beings from another world that you have never heard of suddenly showed up at your doorstep. How would they know they're from another world? Did someone ask a spirit and find him out? Or did the elder just come up and is like, oh... These are not from this world. Oh wait, he did the same with me, didn't he? Although, I think he only did that because of my explanation as opposed to... Did I explain? Oh, whatever. I mean, at this point, this is just plot convenience the game. Is that why there is so much tension between them and the villagers? I'm afraid that the Fox sisters became the victims of a misunderstanding. You see, Dave and Dave aren't the only spirits within this realm. There are others, which has caused things to escalate. You mean there are other Fox spirits? Not fox spirits, but other spirits. They were sent into this realm just like the sisters, but unfortunately they were sent rather far from here. While Dave and Dave were close enough for me to care for them, the others weren't so lucky. What do you mean? Did something happen to them? Along with Dave and Dave, four other spirits were sent here when the worlds briefly merged. What sort of era do these people come from? In the future, there will be fox spirits and they will steal people's underwear. Whatever. Unlike the fox spirits, these 4 didn't have anyone to watch over them, and as a result, they grew rather spoiled and wild. Spoiled? By nature, they're wild. I mean, they're not going to have an abundance of resources to sort out from, are they? Whatever. I said plot convenience the game. So what you're saying is, spirits grow wild. It sounded like a recipe for trouble. Yes, they grew oblivious of the way human society worked, and their behaviour made humans mistake them for monsters. Right. That's... Okay. I'm not sure that's how humans would work, but sure. Even now, these girls and their games are mistaken as acts of violence, and as a result, tension arose between the spirits and the humans. So Dave and Dave are discriminated against because of those spirits? You could say that, yes. Then why didn't you try to stop them? Because I can't leave this forest. I am the guardian spirit of this shrine. I cannot leave my domain. Easy solution here. You give a note to the fox spirit. The fox spirit walks up and shows it to the elder. The elder walks down. They then explain. The elder walks back up and goes, "Don't worry, they're not actually horrible criminals seeking to kill us all. Don't worry about it." Easy. I couldn't help but wonder what purpose all this talk about spirits served. Could it have had something to do with finding my way back home? Do you think solving the problem with these spirits could be my ticket out of here? Possibly, I wouldn't be surprised if dealing with those spirits would solve the problems between the spirits and the humans. It would be difficult to track them down, but there may be an opportunity for you soon. An opportunity? I'm sensing one of them heading through the forest towards the village. If you can convince Dave and Dave to help you protect the villagers might be willing to accept them. We need to do what the world wishes us to, and the world wishes, just convince a couple of people, then another couple of people are alright. What a grandiose thing you've set upon me, O Lord! Oh, I am not worthy. I shall avert my eyes. That did make sense. If Machiko and Mayako were seen protecting the village from a possible threat, they might be forgiven for the panties. Oh, fuck. For the stuff incident. Do you think it'll work? Only time will tell. For now, you better get the girls and make haste towards the village before the wild spirit causes any more damage. Nodding my head in agreement, I quickly ran outside, trying to think of how I could convince Machiko and Mayako to help me save the village. Surely they would be better off known as heroes than pranksters. However, I doubted that the sisters held feelings of fondness towards the villagers, considering their continued treatment of the girls. Well, basically, you start walking up there, explaining as you go, and then at the last minute be like, by the way, we've got to stop this guy. Done. Nah, that's got its flaws. I wonder how he'll solve the challenges set before him. I don't get it when games do that. I found Machiko Mayako. I'm talking from a first-person standpoint. I am playing as Takahiro. I wonder how he'll solve the challenges. How am I noticing this? Whatever. I found Machiko and Mayako talking near the steps leading back to the forest. The two girls looked like they were playing a game similar to hopscotch on the wide shrine steps. It was time for me to figure out how to convince the girls. Ah, Dave, is everything alright? You look worried. Suriyee told me something interesting. Oh, what was it? Did she tell you Dave's bust size? Fuck it, we won't say them. Mayako! Owie! Haha, no, nothing like that. And even if she offered to, I would have said no. I'm a gentleman after all. She told me about some... I didn't fucking pick up on that. She told me about some recent events, and I think I found you a way to get both accepted by the village. Wait, what? What did she tell you? She has not told us a thing. She didn't go into too many details. She just told me that some wild spirits caused a lot of trouble for the villagers and gave you guys a bad reputation. If we can convince the villagers that the other spirits are just playing, maybe we can configure out a way to protect them. And if you show up to help, maybe they'll warm up to you. Yay, that'll work for sure. Dave and Dave are so smart. I'm not so sure. Also, I've always been very fucking skeptical about this. It's like when someone tells me a cat is playing. And by playing, it means, you know, drawing blood by scratching your skin. No, that's not playing. That's it being violent. Then people who, let's say, in this world grow up to be the same and randomly attack and injure people, that's not playing. That's being violent. This plan isn't going to work if they're normal. Oh, they're not normal people. Whoa, wait, Mayako, calm down. Dave, there's no way the villagers will accept us that easily. If we convince their elder, the two gods will never forgive us for our theft. I firmly believe it's better to try something and fail than not to regret not having tried. Yes, we're going all philosophical on our arse. I mean, those girls will probably be upset, but maybe they would be more willing to listen to your story if we were to save the village. It's better to try something and fail than regret not having tried, but you won't be sad if you fail, despite having tried so hard. Yes, but you can get over sadness. Well, it will only hurt if I fail. Nothing is ever set in stone, so it never hurts to try. While I was rather certain this idea would work, I knew if I first had to convince the girls. With the amount of confidence my tone carried, I was hopeful that it was only a matter of time before Machiko would begin to consider it. I'm not so sure, Dave. Do you really want to face the wrath of Miyu head on? If it's for the sake of my friends, sure. If we're lucky, she'll finally show that dear side of her. I'm up for it. I want to play with the people in the village. I want to be able to eat the delicious smelling foods and learn all about them. What about you, Dave? Don't you want to be able to walk around without the constant fear of being chased down by angry villagers? This could be the one chance we have. I suppose, with both of you being so enthusiastic, I do not have much of a choice in the matter. It would be nice to be able to buy sake from the human world. Spirit sake is rather bland. That's the spirit. He said spirit, and it's a pun because they're both spirits. Me neither.